Hey guys, it's Chef Ryan in the Growing Chefs Ontario Classroom Kitchen, and today we're talking banana bread. Have you ever forgotten to eat your banana at lunch? Well, don't throw them out. Those overripe, sad-looking bananas are actually full of lots of flavor. They're super sweet and delicious in this banana bread recipe. So let's take a look at everything we'll need to make this bread. This isn't your average banana bread. This is a super loaded fruit and nut banana bread. So to start this recipe, I'm going to cut up some dried fruit. You can use whatever dried fruit you have. Today, I'm going to be using some dried figs, some dried apricots, and some dried cranberries. So just cut up your fruit, whatever fruit you're using, to roughly the size of a raisin. I'll do the same thing with my apricots. I've got my fruit all cut up. I don't have to worry about the cranberries because they're already small pieces. So now I'm going to rehydrate the fruit. So what that means is I'm going to put it in a small pot with some orange juice and turn it on to a low heat. That fruit is going to suck up the juice and soften. So before I juice my oranges, I'm going to zest one of them into another bowl. When you're zesting oranges, you just want to take that orange color off the outside. You don't want to go down to that white part. So now I can cut my oranges in half and squeeze that juice right into the pot. Make sure you catch any seeds that fall out. So while my fruit is poaching, I'm going to mash up my bananas. So I'm looking for a cup of mashed bananas. That's about 2 bananas. So I'll just peel them. And then using a fork, I'll mash them up into that bowl with the orange zest. While I'm mashing up my bananas, I'm going to add my sugar as well. My fruit has come to a simmer, so I'm just going to shut off the heat and let it hang out in that orange juice until all of those juices get sucked up. Next to my banana and sugar mixture, I'm going to add my eggs one at a time. I'll set that off to the side, and I have some mixed nuts here. You can use whatever type of nuts you'd like, and I'm just going to roughly chop them. Chopping nuts with a paring knife can be a little bit tricky, so you might want to ask an adult to help you chop it with a chef knife. Now I can stir my nuts into that banana mixture. If you have a nut allergy, you can just leave these nuts out altogether. At this point, I'm going to add in those dried fruits and that orange juice. I'll set this off to the side and start working on my dry ingredients. For my dry ingredients, I have some whole wheat flour, some baking powder and baking soda, and a little bit of salt. I'll whisk those together and then marry my wet ingredients to my dry. When I'm mixing my wet ingredients to my dry ingredients, I'm using a method called folding. So I'm scraping around the outside of the bowl and coming through the center. We don't want to overmix our banana bread. When I've got almost all of that flour incorporated, I'm going to add my last ingredient, which is my melted butter. And I'll finish stirring everything together. My oven is preheated to 325, so now I can prepare my loaf pan. So I like to just use my fingertips, take a little bit of butter, and smear it all over the loaf pan. This will make sure that my banana bread doesn't stick to the pan. I'll scrape my batter into the pan and smooth out the top a little bit. And then it's ready to hit the oven. So I'm going to bake this for about 20 to 25 minutes. After 25 minutes in the oven, my banana bread is nice and golden brown. I stuck a toothpick in the center of it, and when I pulled it out, there was nothing stuck to it. So that means that my banana bread is done. So if I've greased the sides of my pan well enough, hopefully I can just turn my banana bread out and it comes out nice and clean and it's ready to serve. So we'll take a slice into it. So you can see all of those fruits and nuts studded throughout the banana bread. While it's still warm, I like to put a little bit of butter on top and have it for a snack. I'm Chef Ryan from Growing Chefs Ontario, and I hope you like my loaded fruit and nut banana bread.